Hello everyone. So today we're going to be learning about congruent triangles. So first we want to talk a little bit about what does congruent mean. So let's say here I have my dog and I want to clone my dog. I want to make a copy of my dog and have it be the exact same. So let's say I clone it and I have two of the same exact dog. So these dogs would be congruent because they are exactly the same. There is no difference. They are the same size, the same shape, the same everything. So even if I turn one of my dogs around and put it in a different position, it's still the same. It's an exact copy of the first. So what does that look like with triangles? So we look at congruent triangles. They are the exact same triangle. They have the same side lengths. They have the same angles. They are like exact copies of each other. So we're going to look at some more examples of congruent triangles. So here, again, we have two triangles. These triangles are congruent. They have the same side lengths and the same angles. However, this one is rotating, or maybe it's slid or transitioned or even reflected. It's still the same, even if it has changed its position. It's still the same triangle. So let's look at different ways that we can tell and be sure of what if our triangles are the same or not. So one of the ways that we can tell is this theorem of side, side, side. So here I have my triangle and these sides are the same and these sides are the same and these sides are the same. So if all three sides match and they are the same, we would say that these triangles are congruent. That means their angles would be the same as well because all of the side lengths are the same. So we can tell by, if we know the sides of the triangles, we can tell if they're congruent or not. Now here we have another way that we can tell if triangles are congruent. And this is the side angle side. So what we have here is we have, let's say we know this side and this side are congruent or the same. We know these angles right here are the same. And then the next corresponding side would be the same. And let's say we didn't know that third last side. Because we know the two sides plus the angle in the middle, side, angle in the middle, and side, we know that that last side would be the same. So we would be able to tell that these are congruent based on just this information that we have. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the next way we can tell if triangles are congruent or not. So another way we can tell is angle side angle. So this would be our angle, and then we would know one of the sides and then another angle with the side being in the middle. And that would tell us that these are congruent. Because the other two sides would have to be the same because of the angles and the way the angles are. If the angles match and the side in the middle matches, then they would be congruent. All right, another way that we can tell if triangles are congruent or not is our angle side. So if I have this angle and had this angle and then a side, I know that my triangles will be congruent. So angle, angle, and then one of the sides attached to one of the angles, I know that the other sides have to be equal as well because those are equal. And then here is one way that sometimes works and sometimes does not work. So you have to kind of double check things. The way is side angle. So let's say I know this side and this side are equal. I know this side and this side are equal, and I know this angle right here would be equal. However, I'm not sure about this last side. Now, sometimes these could be congruent, but they are not always congruent because I could have my line go here, or it could be, and then they're the same length, but we might have this line moved this way and it would still be the same length, but this line down here would not be, depending on the angle of this line here that creates. So it could be a figure like this, or it could match like this. So sometimes it could work, but not always. So those are just some ways that we can look at triangles and decide, are they congruent, are they the same or not? So I hope this helps in understanding congruency and triangles.